Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're back for round 2 of the P1RCs Renault Megane Trophy League. We are live from Brands Hatch tonight. We've got two 20-minute races for you, 10-minute qualifier to kick off with. They do have to use a set of mediums and softs throughout the night. Just jump on board with a bit of an onboard. Whichever tyres they use for qualifying, they have to use for the race as well. So if they go for mediums in qualifying, they have to use mediums in the race. So we've been through turn 1 then, Paddock Hill Bend, back up the hill towards into Druids, way through Druids, down Graham Hill, into Graham Hill Bend. It's a little bit tricky, this one. A lot of curbing on the outside to be used there, with all 4 wheels off the track. Down towards Surtees, again, tricky one. The apex is later than you think. Just tries to tempt you into dragging you into that apex a little bit early. You just have to stay out a little bit longer than you expect before hitting that apex. Then right over the hill then, through Pilgrim's Drop, up Hawthorns into Hawthorns Corner. Very next straight down towards Westfield, another tricky one. You can see not a lot of runoff here, just all grass everywhere. A little bit tricky. Through Dingle Dell then down towards Sheen Curve, again another tricky one, carry a lot of speed through there, taking all the curves, easy to run out on the outside of that one, into Stirling's as well, bit of curve to be used, but not like some of these corners where it is just grass on the outside, very tricky. Down towards the final corner then, Clark Curve, through there, back onto the start finish straight. Lap on board for you lot to have a quick look at. So we'll run through points quickly. I think we're just about to get qualifying underway. Leading the way at the minute is P1 Dylan with 22 points. Obi is in second with 17. Mock in third with 15 points. Marshall in fourth with 13 points. I don't quite know how quick this is going to shift along. Look at some liveries. Might have to speed this up next week, Pilgrim. Might have to make this a bit quicker. Where's the next bit? I don't know if I can speed it up. Can I speed it up? I can a little bit. Oh, let's try that. Oh, I've got to start it again though. Oh no! Sorry, peeps. Sorry, peeps. I might have to look at a video on my phone instead of waiting for all that to go through again. I apologise when I make changes to the video, it resets it from the beginning. Right. Oh, it nearly worked, Pill. It's looking so good. Right, hold on. Right. So where we're up to, Marshall in fourth. We'll get this on board as well while we're going through there. In fifth we've got Cambosi on 12 points. We've got Manny in sixth with 11 points. P1 Skippy in seventh with 10 points. We've got Tyre Slayer in eighth with 9 points. Then we have Pilgrim in ninth with 8 points. We've got Ricky J1800 in 10th with 7 points. Footer Engineering with 7 points as well in 11th, and Captain Bugwash in 12th with 6 points. And just at the back of the field there, we've got P1 Coffin Dodger with 4 points on the board. So yeah, here we go then into the points. But again, this bit just needs a little bit of shuftying forward. make it a little bit quicker. Just this points section, please, Pilgs, if you can. Thank you, sir. So there is points. I'm not going to wait for the video to finish, otherwise we might end up missing the full 10 minutes of qualifying. Merch still available, people. I've been digging through and I've found 5 large shirts. So if anyone's after a large and I've not had any, then you're in luck. I've got some. So 5 large shirts available. If you want any of those, hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com, or hit me up in the chat or whatever. You do get free stickers with every t-shirt as well. Look at that for a deal. Right. Someone gave me some grief earlier in the chats for not turning the sound on, so there you go. Turned it on straight away. Straight away, look, no, not even faffing today. It was the first thing I did. Lobby sound, alright? Right. Don't want to hear no noise. Damn it. Right, let's have a look then who we got in. We've got Pilgrim, we've got Mocking Weeks, we've got Bo Marshall, Obi-Wan, Captain Pugwash, Campo, we've got Tyre, Slayer, we've got Manny, Apache, Dylan, Coffin Dodger, Ricky J and Fudder. 14 drivers in the lobby tonight. Should be a good one then. Again, Brands Hatch can be tricky. I don't want you mocking, you're too far around this circuit. I want a... Come on, where are you? Where are you? We're going to go for a proper full-on onboard. Right, just cross the start line. You do get a full vision this time round. Turn 1 again. Oh, that sand on the outside, just so eager to catch you out. Up the hill then into Druids. Great big hairpin. Running down the hill into Graham Hill Bend. Again, you'll see all the curbing on the outside of this corner. Oh, a little bit too wide there maybe for Coffin Dodger. Into Surtees. This is the one you need to stay out a lot later than you think. You just want to tuck yourself into the apex early, but it can catch you out. Big long straight here then. Opportunities to overtake as you run up towards Hawthorns. Got to get down the hill first. So into Hawthorns. See drivers looking for positions through here. Again, just look at it. A little bit of curb and then nothing but grass. Dingledale, and check this one out. Sheen curve. This is absolutely disgusting. No curves, just one on the inside. Look, bam, have some of that. Nothing on the outside at all. If you get that one wrong, it's a trip into the wall for you majority of the time. Through Sheen, then down towards this final corner. Oh, big chunk of curb taken there by Coffin Dodger. There it is, back onto that start-finish straight, across the line. 33.7 for him. Fastest man at the minute, Mocking Weeks. What does it say about a burger on the front of his car? What? Big smoke burger. Damn straight, brother. Livery smashed on the side of that. With, what's his name from Cillian Murphy from what was that damn show called? You know the one. Let's have a close up look at some liveries then, shall we? Wild 7 for Obi. Currently sitting second on the grid. Marshall in third. He's got that one, I quite like that one. Dylan rocking the Monster Energy livery. Sitting in fourth on the grid at the minute for tonight's races. Oh, apologies, a little bit too close to the fence there, doesn't like that. Pilgrim, red, white and blue. We are driven, PCA, ACPMP smashed all over it. Good to see. Apache in the Sub Renault. Renault, what's Megane Pretza or something like that. Look at it. He's trying to break free. Captain Pugwash. Oh, he had a bit of a dodgy curry last night. Must have. He's had to stick the commode in the car to complete this race. I like that. Manny, just hold on a minute. Hold on. It's got Tyre Slayer written on it. You're not Tyre Slayer. Are you pooping on Tyre Slayer? What's happening? Tyre Slayer's down here, look. He's not pooping on you. He's got the Gulf Racing livery. Manny looking good with BP ADAC. Ricky J with the sheep. Has he got one in the back seat today? And yes, no, that is a woolly sheep on the front. It's not a purple P, you know what. Looking a bit fluffy there, Ricky J. Oh, in the full sharp Gulf livery. Footer rocking the full Hot Wheels. Dead man's finger for Campo, apologies. Tesco's, Bosch, there you go for Coffin Dodger. So it is still this man on pole. He's still putting in fastest sectors as well. Just been for a fresh set of tyres actually mocking, so a little bit less fuel in the car. We'll be running a little bit faster. Closest so far is a full, a little bit wide through there for mocking. Could be that lap thrown in the bin. Pilgrim's the closest to him at the minute in terms of lap times. He's just over half a second back. But I was going to say, don't discount this man. Last couple of laps, he could just absolutely spank it round. And I think, I think he's left it a little bit too late. He's not going to get back round to the finish. Start another lap before qualifying's over. What a shame. Dylan usually going for a bit of a smash at the end. Marshall just doing exactly that. He's just taken that second position off of Pilgrim, takes 2/10 out of him, so drops that gap between himself and Mockin down to 0.3. Still on pole then for Mockin. Oh, Pilgrim decided his car's too long. He wants to shorten it a little bit. Oh, everyone's just driving into the sand, are they? All right. I hope he's got round for another go. Can he better that time? So just 10 seconds left on the clock then. Tyre Slayer giving that one up. Bo's knocked it on the head. Apache's pulled over. Pugwash and Manny are still chasing faster lap times. Pugwash might be chasing, just getting back to the pits so he can empty whatever he's got in his commode. He's gone for the full porcelain flushing version. It's the posh one, that is. Good through there so far for Pugwash. Kicks up a bit of sand. Still Mockin on pole, just watching drivers cross the line. Marshall still second, Pilgrim still third. Keep an eye on these two. We'll have a look at official results once qualifying's over. J's finished. There's Captain Pugwash. There is Manny still chasing him down, getting a little bit of a slipstream. Goes slightly quicker. Captain Pugwash into 7th then. I think that's everyone done. So it is Mockin on pole, 0.3 ahead of Marshall. He stays 2nd. Pilgrim 3rd. Obi takes 4th, so sneaks in, just grabs that off of Dylan. Dylan stays 5th. Tyre Slayer 6th. Captain Pugwash 7th. Bo in 8th. Manny in 9th. Apache in 10th. Ricky J 11th, Campo 12th, Footer in 13th, and the Coffin Dodger in 14th. Didn't have a look at tyres during qualifying, so I couldn't tell you if anybody, I wouldn't have thought anybody would have opted for the medium tyres for qualifying, really. Could be wrong. Every little helps Dodger, damn right it does. pole sitter Mockin. He was up there quite early. He did come back and better that time though. 1:29.4 for his first one. And then he decided to come through and stick a 1:29.2 in for his fastest. That was enough to secure that position. So there are official results then. Mockin on that top spot, 1:29.2. Marshall not quite quick enough, but did close the gap up in the end. Second place for him then. Pilgrim sneaking into third. Obi sneaking into fourth, pushing Dylan down a spot or two into fifth. Tyre Slayer 6th. Captain Bugwash 7th, just better in that time at the end of qualifying. Bo in 8th. Manny in 9th. P1 Apache in 10th. Ricky J in 11th. Campo 71 in 12th. Fudder 69 in 13th. And P1 Coffin Dodger in 14th. Right. Wait for race 1 to get underway. So 2:20 minutes, reverse grid for race 2. And again, they do have to use the softs and the mediums tonight. I don't think there's any weather. I've not been informed that it might start tipping it down at any point. So let me in. Here we go then, race 1 just about to get underway. Red lights at the top of the screen go on. Once they drop, we will get this one underway. 20 minutes here at Brands Hatch then. Taking a while, here we go. Oh, they held them on the line for a long time. Oh, a bit of peeling going on off the line. A couple of drivers getting some wheel spin. Look like Mockin Weeks is going to hold that lead though into turn 1. Marshall not able to run around the outside. Looks for a switch back up the inside though on the run up towards Druids. Going for the lead already. He's got it. He's going to be up the inside. And can Mockin run it back round the outside? Oh my god, great bit of side by side action. He is going to hold the lead down into Graham Hill Bend then. Hangs on to it. Great bit of driving between Mockin and Marshall. Pilgrim now looking for a way through as well. He's got the inside line into Surtees coming through here. And unfortunately that's left Marshall out wide. Could leave the door open for Dylan to come through. Not quite. He wasn't quite able to carry the speed out of that corner. Took himself right to the rear wing. Might go for a move up towards Hawthorns. Stays out of it. Obi in 5th then. So losing 1 position. Dylan making up a spot. Tyre Slayer 6th. Pugwash 7th. Oh, Coffin Dodger in the background, almost slinging himself off track. Fudder Enge in 13th. He's just falling off the back a little bit for the time being. Back up front then, Mockin. He's got a little bit of a gap between himself. Pilgrim snuck through into 2nd, then he's going himself past Marshall. Dylan wasn't able to make that one work. Weeks just creeping away a little bit. He's got that gap almost up to a 2nd. And they're all tucked in behind Pilgrim then. Looking for a way past him. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide through there. He's going to get drivers swarming past him. Dylan's just come through. Marshall as well. He's had to leave the door open. Loses those 2 positions. Obi-Wan not being able to take advantage of that. Look at the gap Mockin Weeks has got on front now. Everybody chasing down Marshall then, looking for the toe off of him as we come out of Surtees. Exit by Pilgrim. Nobody close enough. The Megane's just not able to use the slipstream to their advantage enough. That throttle, Dylan risking it for a biscuit round the outside of Hawthorns. Oh, everybody going for it a little bit through there, trying to stay with the pace, at least try and chase this man down. 1.4 seconds up the road at the minute. Marshall 2nd, being harassed by Dylan in 3rd. Pilgrim sticking on him in 4th. Obi in 5th. Was that Tyre Slayer that just went a little bit wide through there? 6. He's fallen off the top 5 a little bit. 1.2 seconds back. Out of danger of the next pile. Captain Pugwash. Cork in the bottle at the minute. Everybody tucked up behind him. Not everybody. Apache and Manny. picking up a couple of positions back into 10th, then Bo in 11th. Oh, Bo, no. I saw that going in just far too... Oh, no! Coffin Dodger's just followed him through the same line. Both drivers have ended up off track for Bo and the Coffin Dodger. Something's happened to Ricky J. Oh, Ricky J has picked the mediums and has Campo. All right. Okay, that could be their problem then. They could be struggling just to get the grip on the slightly less grippy tyres, these two. Especially if you're hitting wheels on the grass. Just send these things sideways. Rockin' Weeks then continues to lead, holds on to that lead. He's lost a 10th. Marshall also has pulled a little bit of a gap between himself and Pilgrim. Pilgrim's got past Dylan, as has Obi. Little mistake from Dylan, maybe. Tyre Slayer still not able to use the toe to close back up on this pile in front. Starting to... Oh, Dylan! Oh, he got a switch on through there. Lucky to hold on to that one. The car pushed out wide onto the gravel. He loses a lot of time. Tyre Slayer closing up on him rapidly now. Keeps himself out of danger. Tyre Slayer closes up a little bit into Druids. Again, not able to close up enough yet. Tyre Slayer needs to keep himself close enough. Drag himself a little bit closer along Pilgrims. Doesn't get a great exit out of there though compared to Dylan. Dylan able to pull away enough, probably enough to break the toe. But let's go and see what's happening up front. The move happening in Obi having a look at Marshall. Just peeled out a little bit as they ran up to Hawthorne. Just let him know he's there. Maybe try and make him go defensive. Slow him down a little bit more. Oh, Marshall. Oh, that was a tricky one. That was a tricky one. Just putting Marshall in completely the wrong places. Look, coming through these corners. Unfortunately, it's putting Obi-Wan in completely the wrong place as well. Marshall still, he's got to be given the room to come through. And unfortunately, Obi can't get past him. And that's just allowing Pilgrim to open that gap up a little bit in front as well. Not massively, looks like they are managing to just pull it back a little bit on him, so maybe a slight mistake in front from Pilgrim. Got to catch that curve, look at the... They are all over the back of Pilgrim again then, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, nearly 6th again. Tyre Slayer drops back to 1.5. Dylan's pulled that gap right back down though. All working. Look at this. This is absolutely insane. 3.8 seconds up. He's just got to keep it going like that at the minute. Pilgrim being chased by Marshall, just 0.3 back. Oh, there's a battle happening behind as well. Obi having to go defensive from Dylan. Dylan almost had a wing up the outside through there, but not able to get the move done. Obi holds on to it then. Dylan 5th. Tyre Slayer will quite happily let you two battle, slow yourselves down and hopefully bring him back into the fight as well. There is Mocking Weeks just dropping over the hill. Pilgrim 2nd then, Marshall 3rd. Good battle happening for 2nd really, including these two, for Obi and Dylan for 4th and 5th. That battle yet again. Tyre Slayer's not quite out of it. I'll say that he's just dropped back to 2.4 seconds unfortunately. Slight mistake somewhere then. 6th place for him. Manny has managed to get his way past Captain Pugwash into 7th. Manny in Apache in 8th. Captain Pugwash, he's lost 2 positions then, down to 9th and a big chunk of time as well. He was leading that next pile of drivers, but unfortunately something's happened. Bo, oh my god, this is not Tokyo Drift. You're in the wrong kind of car. It's not Parisian Drift either. Drag Fury, evening. Alex Monster Diz, evening to you too. Bo then testing out the drift capabilities of the little Renault Megane trophy. Sticks with Captain Pugwash though, looking for that position. Footer in 11th, 2.5 seconds back the Hot Wheels car. Ricky J in 12th, being harassed by Coffin Dodger. Campo, unfortunately, a long way down, big scratches down his car. He is 20 seconds behind Coffin Dodger, 52 behind race leader. There he is, 4.7 seconds lead at the minute. Thank you, Drac, thank you very much, my friend. Look at it, you can't even see. Look, there's Pilgrim, just see him entering the camera in the background. Gap's starting to develop here, it's kicking off 4th, 3rd. Dylan's got the inside line coming out of that final corner. He's going to have the inside line coming into this one. Nowhere for anybody to go. Dylan was going slightly defensive into that corner. Obi tried to get the cut back on the way out, but Dylan went defensive, slowed them all down. And again, Marshall just coming through that turn at absolutely full tilt. Couldn't do anything because he would have run himself off track, so had to dab the brakes and just took himself back in behind Obi. On board with Marshall, then chasing down Obi. You can see in front Dylan. Well, you can't see it now. You might be able to see it in a second. There is Tyre Slayer. These three battling has allowed that gap to come down a little bit. He's pulled about half a second back on these boys. Pilgrim then followed by Dylan, followed by Obi, followed by Marshall. Gets a great run out of there, but Obi's stuck his car right in the middle of the track. Nowhere to go through there. Again, just a tricky, tight little circuit, this one. Oh, he's picked up half a second penalty though, Obi. A little bit tight through that one. He's going to have to lose that penalty probably next lap. Marshall closing up on him again. Drive out of here, slowly closing up on Obi down the start-finish straight again. Just took himself over to that pit wall. Doesn't allow Marshall to go for any kind of move up the inside. Carries good speed out as well. Battle on for second in front. Pilgrim and Dylan side by side. Dylan goes deep into Druids. Can he get the drive back down the hill? Yes, he can. Sticks with it. Still on board with Marshall, then in 5th, looking at this battle in front. Oh, a little bit wide there for him as well. No penalty given through there. Well controlled not to get that one spinning off track or lose too much time to Obi, to be honest. Cap jumps to point at 7 then. Just fall and lose a little bit of time. Under no threat from Tyre Slayer in the 7th. In 6th, Manny in 7th. Bit of a lonely race for him at the minute. Captain Pugwash in 8th. He's made a position back up. Bo in 9th behind him. Footer in 10th. Apache all the way down in 11th. Ricky J 12th. Coffin Dodger in 13th. He's fallen off the back of the field a little bit as well. And Campo, yeah, struggling a little bit here, I think. Not too sure. Maybe new to the Renaults or Brands Hatch. Might not be one of the tracks, I don't know, you know. It's a nice circuit, but it can be a tricky one if you don't get it right. Some GT7 pages auto delete your shares. Hit me up, Drac, hit me up. Drop me an email at darksmoker@googlemail.com with all the data and all the info, and I'll, you know, whatever. I am thinking about starting a second channel soon, so, you know, just keep that in mind depending on what the content is. If it's more sim racing, then obviously it'll go on this channel like everything else. Pilgrim under all sorts of pressure at the minute. Dylan literally pushing him down here. Goes for a slower entry to try and get a better run out of here. He's still tucked behind Pilgrim. That Renault getting slightly closer. Down to 0.2 of a second. Pilgrim right in the middle of the circuit. Nowhere for Dylan to go as they hit Hawthorns. Closes right up though. Look at this. Can he get the switch up? No, he can't. Has to back off. Waits for the next run. Oh, Pilgrim leaves the door wide open. Dylan goes through then. Now The chase is on. 6 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. Dylan, 8.1 seconds in second place, away from this man, Mocking Wheats. I don't think in 6.5 minutes he can make up that time. Mocking Wheats could be on for a good result here. Look at this empty track behind him. These boys just hitting that start-finish straight. But we'll see. Dylan very quick. Similar tyre wear as well. Pilgrim hanging on to that third then. Marshall fourth, Obi fifth. A real good battle, these boys, for second, third, fourth and fifth. Tyre Slayer's been eager to get involved in it, but unfortunately he's just not been able to close that gap up. And he in seventh then. Has you slowly closed that gap up on Tyre Slayer, have you? We'll see. That might come down if he's running a little bit quicker. Captain Pugwash holding that eighth. He's pulled a little bit of time over Bo as well. Oh my god, just reading that in the chat. Drag Fury, yeah, email. I'll read that later. Is it a what? Volvo Banger Racing. Awesome. Bo trying to get back with Captain Pugwash, just out of that slipstream range at the minute, 1.2 seconds back. Footer, oh way! Footer getting a slop on round there. Managed to hold on to it. He's going to lose a bit of time. Oh, he's on the mediums as well as Footer. So Footer, Apache and Ricky J all on the mediums. 10th, 11th, 12th, Coffin Dodger on the mediums as well, as is Campo. That could be half these boys' problems. I think the rest of everybody else on the softs. Mocking Weeks then still pulling time up front, 8.3, 8.4 seconds over Dylan. Looking even better for him now. Dylan pulling away a little bit from Pilgrim. 1.1 seconds. Wouldn't take much to get him back in that slipstream range though. He is dragging Marshall and Obi-Wan along with him. Entire Slayer just yo-yoing around at the back, 2.5, 3 seconds. Any kind of big mistake from these boys and it'll cost them. Manny is closing that gap down. It was 3.4. I just saw it hit 3 seconds as he came out of Graham Hill. Have only got 4 minutes of racing remaining. That gap's back up to 3.4 unfortunately for Manny. Captain Pugwash back under threat. He's lost all that time. Bo right behind him on the run down towards Pilgrims. Pugwash is going to hold on to it. Don't send that thing around the corners too violently. We don't want all that. Let's call it stuff. Let's call it stuff. Come out of that thing you're sitting on. We don't want that. I don't think you'd ever get it clean in time for race 2. Oh, Bo stuck a couple of wheels on the grass through there. It's the outside of the corner. That's not what you want to be doing. Oh, Footer. To 12th now. It's catching him out. Mocking Weeks. 8.5 seconds up the road. But he's almost fallen asleep. He's had no one to race with since lap 1 really. Dylan pulled a great big gap over Pilgrim now. 2.2 seconds. Pilgrim's still under threat himself though from Marshall and Obi. 2.5 minutes left for these boys to try and make that work. The gaps are still just at those the sort of size where you can't make them work. You can't use the slipstream. Oh no, no, no! I just saw Obi getting a little bit wide through Hawthorns. He's dipped a wheel on the grass. Oh, he's struggling to get this thing pointing in the right direction as well. It's just spinning round on him. Oh, he drops all the way to 7th. What a shame for Obi. Oh, what a shame. Pilgrim was just, he'd been closed up by Marshall coming into Hawthorns. Marshall wasn't able to get the toe, but outbraked him on the run in. It was concentrating on that, and I just saw a little blue flash go spin-a-rama-ing round. Oh, Marshall's just got the run on Pilgrim then across the down the start-finish line, side by side as they head down towards turn 1. Marshall through, but Pilgrim's carrying the speed up here. Not able to make that one work. A little wobble there for Marshall on the way out, but again, Pilgrim not able to take advantage of that. Mocking Weeks is still finding time here. 9.3 seconds lead. Struggling a little bit on the tyre wear maybe for Dylan. Being in the mid-pack, it could have cost him a little bit in terms of tyre wear early on in the race, which is now just costing him in terms of lap times at the end, and he's not been able to close that gap up on Mocking Weeks in front. Oh my god, it's kicking off behind. Oh, Pilgrim had I've just seen him hit 3rd position, and then I saw him driving off track. So I don't know. Oh, look at that front left. Look at that front left. Absolutely destroyed. That's probably why. Under threat from Manny then. So Tyre Slayer's just got past him. Side by side again between those two, but Manny is through then on those mediums, making them work. "20 seconds left on the race timer. This will be last lap then for everybody that gets across the line. Dylan through for another lap, Marshall through for another lap. Tyre Slayer from out of nowhere, he's ended up in 4th position and big gaps behind him. Perseverance pays, you see. Everyone's struggling a little bit, apart from the boys on the medium tyres with the grip now. Struggling early on, but not compared to the guys with the soft tyres on. Pilgrim's through for another lap. Obi's through for another lap. Captain Pugwash has crossed the line though, so he takes 8th position in race 1. Apache, oh, Apache just taking 9th. Ricky J literally crossing the line right next to him. Footer came through, just taking 11th. Bo comes home for 12th. Coffin Dodger, and that final corner. He's going to come home for 13th. Campo has already crossed the line, so he takes 14th. And now we wait for the front runners. So Mocking Weeks making a mistake there, did you? Or have you just backed off the throttle massively and just taking your time because you don't want to risk it on this final lap, maybe? That gap dropped to 6.1 seconds, so it could just be Mocking taking it a little bit easy, again just not risking it where he doesn't need to around some of these tricky corners. But here he comes then up towards the line. Perfect from start to finish for him, taking qualifying. Oh, he's not got fastest lap though. Dylan's going to come through to take 2nd. Marshall comes home for 3rd position. Tyre Slayer will take 4th. Again, kind of out of nowhere that appeared on his lap. Manny comes home in 5th. Pilgrim, what a shame, battling all the way around for 2nd, and he ends up 6th. And same for Obi as well. Same for Obi, just a little bit wide through Hawthorne's, wheel on the grass, and around they all go. Stomped it then, Mocking. Qualifying, just got away, let the people behind him battle, and off he went. I did pull a full, I did see 9 seconds on the board in between him and anyone else at one point in the race, but it's sort of just slowly crept up to about 8.5 until that final lap where he just backed it off. Unless there was a tiny mistake, but just looked like he backed it off a little bit. There we go, race 1 done and dusted. So, race 2 coming up, reverse grid. Everybody's got to switch tyres now as well. Nice one, Drac. I'll read that after this stream. So everybody's got to swap tyres. Everybody that was on the softs obviously now goes on the mediums and vice versa. So we'll see how the faster guys get on. Now they're at the back on the slower tyre versus the boys at the front who are going to be on the faster tyre. Now, will they all stay together? Will the slightly slower drivers be able to put their softs to good use? Don't know. But I have got to say, yeah, that that battle for second to fifth for majority of that race was pretty smack on. Position swapping left, right and centre, you know, just again, it's a tricky place to overtake. There's one or two opportunities. You've got to be in exactly the right place coming out of one corner to be able to throw it up the inside at the next. It's, yeah, but yeah, real good race in there between those four. And again, they're all going out on the same tyre this time, so it could be exactly the same thing. It could be that they all forget that they're on the mediums and they all go far too quickly into turn one and bin it in the sand. It could be. I'd make for a punch up at the end. If all the drivers are split up, then it'll be a bit boring. If they all sort of end up off track or you know, and then have a real good battle, they'll probably have a really good battle anyway. Dave Lewis, evening. Just waiting for race 2 to crack off here. Not a bong. I do put it close to the mic so you lot can hear it though. But it's not a bong. So race 2 is going to kick off at 21:45, so you've got a couple of minutes to wait. Are you on a capture card? Yes, I've got an Elgato thing, 4K jiggity joying thing. I did have the other one, the HD90 or whatever it was. I did have that. Where's that? Where is that? I've got that. Oh no, it was the one I did have was the HD60 Pro, and now I've got the 4K thingity thing. I'm not too. I don't know whether my streams are coming out clearly enough, because you'd have thought the PlayStation running, God knows what it's running, full 4K, the card ready to connect 4K, but the only thing that I don't think runs 4K is my graphics card. But I don't think it even uses the graphics card, because it just goes into the Elgato and then straight back out. So I don't know. Maybe I do need to upgrade my graphics card for it to run 4K. I don't know. It's an old GTX 970, I think. Stole it off my boy when he had his. Well, I think I've got it all on. I've tried to max it all out, but I don't quite know what I'm doing, to be honest. I've been doing this, you know, I don't know, 5 years. I've set it up so it works, and I've kind of gone, right, leave it, don't touch it, you might break it. But I have tried in the last week or so, just fiddling with a couple of settings, see if I can get the quality a little bit better. But I don't know. Again, I think it might be a graphics card upgrade that's needed to be able to run the 4K. Don't keep me talking too long anyway, because I'll miss the start of the race. That has happened before. Yeah, I've set it all up to push out the 4K and stuff, but if it does sort of come into the graphics card, into the streaming card and then out to the graphics card, does its thing before it pushes it out to the web, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, you know what I might do? Oh, I've got a stream tomorrow night. I might get the boy in a headlock. Alright. I've got a decent processor as well. Again, whatever that is. It's a Ryzen 5 something. But yeah, I might get the boy in a headlock tomorrow and rip his graphics card out. Try it in mine. He doesn't listen to the stream, so he won't know until I get him in the headlock, and then he'll wonder what the hell's going on. There'll be a fight. Don't get me wrong. It's all down to OBS settings. It should be fine to push out at least 1080k is more than the processor. Send me some screenshots of your settings. On Discord, oh my god, I don't even know how to work Discord anymore. Stopped using Discord 2 years ago. I'll figure something out to Drac. I'll take some photos of settings and stuff. I go through Streamlabs. I don't use the actual Elgato onboard OBS. I use Streamlabs, but like I say, I'm sure. Where's that? Where's me? There's me Elgato 4K. Let's have a look at the settings on there. Boop doop doop. So frames per second, match output frames per second, video format any. I've got YUY2. I don't know what that is, so I didn't touch it. Color space is default, but I've got some numbers: Rec 709, Rec 601, Rec 2100, Rec 2100 HLG. Well, there you go. There you go. I like it prettied up. Colour range, I've got default, limited and full, but I've left it at default. And the audio is just saying the audio, but yeah, I mean there's a configure video button, but I don't want to press that because it might just explode in the middle of the stream. So we're just going to leave it as is for now and hope I've not fiddled with anything. Yeah, I'm gonna have a punch around with the settings. Like I say, I'll take some screenshots and stuff. I'll send them over, and if anyone can, I might put them up on my Facebook page anyway. And then just if anyone knows what the hell they're doing, say, no, you idiot! Why have you got that setting on, numbskull? Yeah, Manny, well said. Remember tyres. Remember tyres. That's right. I have had it in the past where drivers have come out on the wrong tyre in the second race and had to pit to stick those tyres on, because otherwise they get a penalty. But it, you know, it kind of ruins your race anyway. But you know, I suppose that's the penalty for cheating. Cheaters. Okay, race 2 just about to get underway. Reverse grid here at Brands Hatch, and again everybody's got to swap those tyres. If they were on the mediums in race 1, they've got the softs, and if it's softs, they've got to have the mediums. Again, reverse grid, so the slower drivers from race 1 in the front at race 2, so it could be absolute carnage into the first few corners as the faster drivers get up to speed. Lights go on then. Again, Campo not getting a great start. A couple of drivers swerving across track trying to make a move. Mickey J trying to look for a move up the inside of Fudder Engineering. Whoa, a little bit of contact between Coffin Dodger and Fudder on the run up the hill. But it is Campo that's holding the lead at the minute through Druids. Oh, has everybody got through there cleanly? They have. 5 wide coming down the hill, you nutters. You absolute maniacs. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my god, Dylan's going for a drift. Mockins gets sent. You can't drive like that, you maniacs. Campo then still leading Fudder in second. Now hopefully everyone's calmed down a little bit. We can go for some positions. Apache. Oh no, alright. Alright, I'll shut up as you lot just drive on the grass as you go now. 4 wide. Go on then. Mickey J slinging it into Hawthorns. He does lose that position though. Hobie goes through. It's an absolute punch up in this second race. Oh, Apache drifts it through there. Dylan drifts it through there. These Renaults really struggling on the medium tyres then at these paces. Captain Pugwash. Oh, Captain Pugwash getting bullied. Oh, he got absolutely bullied. He got a tap on the rear and that spun him round. Just coming through Sheen curve again, real tricky corner to get right. Coffin Dodger mocking Captain Pugwash back on track. Bose struggled though, he's also been off track somewhere. A little bit of front end damage on board for him as well. And Campo leads a full lap then here at Brands Hatch. Fudder closing up on him in second. Obi in a good position in third on the medium tyres. Footer on the softs. Campo drifting it around there on the softs as well. They won't last long if you're sliding it sideways, my friend. Obi then in third, pressing hard. Big gap behind him to Apache in fourth. Tucked himself right under the rear wing of Footer coming up here. WTF1, that's right. That's what you'll be saying in a second when Obi slingshots it past you. Again, on that medium tyre, just not able to carry the speed round. That's given Footer a little bit of an advantage coming out of these corners. Towards Sheen, then again, real tricky corner. Obi not risking it this time, just makes an adjustment on the run-in. Doesn't want to pick up a penalty so early on in this race. Both closing up on Campo in front. Into this final corner. Footer! Oh, he's kept it pointing in a straight line, but only just. He loses all that time though. Drops into third. Now Obi on the chase for Campo. Footer third. Apache in fourth. Look at it, still having a punch up behind. Pilgrim in fifth. Ricky J in sixth. Dylan with a half a second penalty just slots his way up the inside. He's gone sideways on the way out of there though, and he's come back at him up the inside. That drift just costing him. Again, just got that half a second penalty he's got to lose. Marshall tucked right behind the pair of them. Nowhere for him to go at the minute. Mockin slowly making his way through the field. Up into 10th. Tyre Slayer in 11th. Coffin Dodger 12th. Captain Pugwash, unfortunately, all the way down in 13th. Then with that off-track action, as is Bo in 14th. These boys are soft on for Captain Pugwash. Bo on the mediums for race 2. This man still leads. Was he lulling us in full in race 1? Just playing as he was. I won't say that as he drives himself off track, does Campo. Obi's has made up a position. He's got his way past Footer. Footer on those softs then. Here comes Apache on his softs, closing up on the pair of them. Pilgrim on those mediums, not having a bad race at the minute in fifth. A little bit of work to catch up with those drivers in front. Manny on the softs in sixth. Marshall on the mediums in seventh. He has managed to claw his way past everybody else. Dylan in eighth on the mediums. Lost that penalty now. Mockingweeds at ninth on the mediums. Dylan going wide into Druids again. Himself under pressure from Mockin, but he's got the inside line through there. Tyres squealing, but Tyre Slayer at 10th then, just tucked behind Mocky Weeks and Dylan. Medium tyre on board for him, soft tyre on board for Coffin Dodger. He's hanging about just behind these three. Any mistake and he'll slot his way through. There is Pugwash in 12th, Ricky J in 13th now. He's been off circuit somewhere in the Renault. Another mistake somewhere, falls a little bit further back. Campo's having a right time of it at the minute. 6 minutes in, he's led so far, he's not put a foot wrong really. Don't commentators curse him, don't commentators curse him, don't commentators curse him. I didn't. Whew. Obi trying to hunt him down on those mediums. It's going to be a tough job. Again, the soft tyres will blow themselves out. Apache goes deep through there on the softs. Oh. Footer looking up the inside. Let's brought Pilgrim into this fight as well. Footer then having to defend off two drivers at the minute. There is Manny in the background. He's just managed to pick himself up half a second penalty. Marshall pulls himself away from that battle behind. Mockin's got himself past Dylan. Up into 8th then for Mockin. Dylan getting a great exit out of there though. Back up the inside, sliding that Renault into this turn. his way back past Mockin, and all the time Tyre Slayer again just took behind them. That medium tyre Coffin Dodger falls off the back of that fight a little bit. Captain Pugwash lonely in 12th, lonely for Ricky J as well, but lonely for Bo at the back. Campo still planting it round here then. 1.5 seconds lead over Obi, putting his car in all the right places at the minute. Different tyre strategy going on. Soft tyres on board for Campo, medium tyres on board for Obi. Gap staying pretty much at 1.5 seconds. Everybody kicking a bit of dirt through that corner. Always worries me sticking some wheels on the curbs. Oh, it's kicking off behind. Footer under pressure from Apache. He's got the inside line into Druids. Has he left the door open too much? Pilgrim not quite able to get up the inside. Footer slots his way back under the rear wing of Apache. Everybody taking wide lines through that one. There's that late apex through Surtees. Manny then trying to close that gap at 1.5 seconds back for him. Marshall another 2.2 back in 7th. Dylan making his way past Mocking Weeks again. These two swapping positions a few times. 8th being hunted by Mocking Weeks though, coming down the hill. Mocking Weeks sweeps over, goes for the move into Hawthorns. Oh, wrong driver. Oh, Dylan having to go off track though. Bumper to bumper. Tyre Slayer almost with a move. Coffin Dodger then back under pressure from Captain Pugwash. Captain Pugwash closed that gap up on him pretty quickly. Soft tyre on board for Pugwash. Ricky J trying to close those gaps back up as well. Medium tyres on board for him for race 2, and medium tyres on board for Bo. Look at this, Campo still pulling time at the front. Stretched that from 1.5 up to, well, it's now 2 seconds on the exit of Druids. The medium tyres just not hooking up here at Brands. Again, 20-minute race. We're about halfway through that. You should start seeing the softs fall away. Apache then pulling a little bit of a gap in 3rd. Manny in, Footer in 4th. Being harassed now by Manny, who's got his way past Pilgrim. So soft tyre on board for Manny. There's a soft tyre on board in front for Footer as well, but Manny does look like he's got the faster times here. Pilgrim behind on the medium, so shouldn't be able to put any kind of pressure on these two in front. Whoa, Footer kicking up some gravel through there. Chase down Footer then. Almost a little bit wide through there, a little bit slow on the exit. Manny going for the move. He's side by side with him. Can he run it around the outside? He might be already far enough in front. Yes, he is. Compromised Footer's entrance a little bit, and that gives Pilgrim the advantage. He pulls alongside him down the start-finish straight. He's got the inside line coming into the first corner as well. So even on that medium tyre, just making it work for him. To 5th then for Pilgrim. Footer needs to get those softs working to pull that time back. Look at this, just trying to drive around the outside. He's gone a little bit too deep though. Hits the marbles, can't stop that car. Marshall on the mediums behind, closing him up. Mocking Weeks as well. He's managed to get himself properly into 8th and hunting down 7th of Marshall in front. Dylan's made a mistake, he falls back behind Tyre Slayer. Pushing him around Surtees though. Captain Pugwash in 11th. Ooh. Past Coffin Dodger. J in 4th, and who we lost? We've lost a driver. lost a bit of time. 12 minutes into this race. Soft tyres showing a little bit of wear. Mediums got even less showing on those, so they should be able to start taking advantage of the mediums versus the softs, especially these faster drivers. Again, that time coming down again. Campo only with a second lead now. Wheels on the exits of these corners, kicking up that gravel. Gap's opening up on the field then. Apache in third. He's now got 1.2 seconds over Manny in fourth. He's got 0.7 of a second over Pilgrim in fifth. Footer in sixth then, 1.2 seconds behind him, but Mockin has closed that gap up. He's just 0.6 of a second back as they head down towards Hawthorns. There's Marshall as well. He's done well on those mediums to keep with Mockin. Slayer still under pressure here from Dylan. Had a little look up the inside, just not quite able to get his wing far enough up the inside for Dylan. Stays in 10th for the time being. Captain Pugwash might be able to close the gap down on these two if they keep battling. Coffin Dodger 12th then, and Ricky J in 13th. Penalty on board for him. Was that a Coffin Dodger off track? Yes, it was. I thought I heard a bit too much tyre squealing. Dead man's finger goes rolling across the line, then starts another lap in the lead. 14 minutes into race 2 here. 1.2 seconds lead for this man. Again, Obi, he's been pressing, but gets to certain corners and it just, the tyres just don't allow it to work compared to the softs. Again, the softs are showing a little bit of wear, so they will slow down. Making a little bit of a mistake through Graham Hill, actually. That's allowed Obi to get back into almost slipstream position. He is well within slipstream position now. That you see that gap coming down. So close up on the straights, might lose a little bit of time in the corners due to that tyre difference. But again, with the wear starting to occur on the softs, just to help him work in his favour a little bit. Oh no! Goes a little bit wide through there. Gets that thing sliding sideways and and again, almost off track. Oh my gosh, stop it, Obi, you're giving me bloody palpitations. Just expecting that thing to get hooked up and go spinning around. 1.7 seconds the gap stretches back up to then for Campo, giving him a little bit of breathing room with just 5 minutes left. He's got to press now though. Apache in third, being pushed around that final corner by Manny. So it's a medium tyre versus soft tyre battle here. Oh no, it's not, sorry, they're both on the softs. Can Manny cut back up the inside? No, he can't. But again, Pilgrim's having a blinder here on a set of mediums, keeping himself right with these two on the softs. Marshall in sixth then. Oh, what's happened to Mockin? No, Mockin's been off track on the mediums. He's sent himself all the way down to 11th position. What a shame. What a shame. He's doing well. These three still at it then. So yeah, Marshall moves into sixth. Dylan 7th. Tyre Slayer in 8th. Captain Pugwash now 9th, Footer right behind him. Footer getting a great drive out of that corner. Sitting in 10th, Mocking Weeks then, there he is in 11th. Might just have to settle for that position unless there's chaos in front. Ricky J in 12th, just 3.5 seconds behind him, and Coffin Dodger another 8 seconds back. And we haven't lost one driver for race 2. I forget who it is. Tyre Slayer? Tyre Slayer? No, Tyre Slayer's in the room. Who have we lost? Come on, peeps. Campo then. Had a 1.7 second lead a second ago, but it has dropped to just under a second again. 3 minutes remaining. Hang on to it, Campo. You could do it. Well, no, don't stop. Whatever you were doing then, stop it. This Obi right up his rear end then. 0.6 of a second behind him coming into Surtees. 0.8 going in, 0.7 on the way out. So the soft tyres still able to brake a little bit later, get these things controlled a little bit easier and earlier than the medium tyres. I'll say that as Campo almost drives himself off track around that corner. Still nowhere for Obi-Wan to go though. Down towards Sheen curve then. The battle is really on now. Campo is having to go massively defensive into all of these corners. Oh, he's running a little bit wide through there. He's going to slow him down a little bit. Is that enough for Obi to get past? No, it's not. He goes for the switch back up the inside. He's got the inside line into this final corner. Can't carry the speed through though. On again, just 0.2 of a second in it, piling the pressure on Campo coming into turn 1, closes up as he just lets it coast through there. Campo keeps it in a good position running up into Druids. Still nowhere to go for Obi. Won't be final lap, they will see one more out of this. Here goes Obi then, gets a good exit through there. Got the inside line coming into Surtees. Come on, where is he? There he is, and through he goes. It's not over yet though. Campo's going to drop himself straight into the slipstream. Again, he's on that slightly grippier tyre. Obi now having to go defensive. Obi take the win, 45 seconds. I don't know where they're going to be on track before the timer ticks over. Will these two see another lap? The battle on through these corners, absolutely bumper to bumper through here. Campo has a little look up the inside. Oh, he's had to drive himself off track though. Gets the wrong angle on that corner. 20 seconds. I think these two are going to see another lap. Really pressing hard then, trying to hold on and get that position back off of Obi. He's just stretching out a little bit of a gap, almost half a second. Across the line they go then. Who else is going to see another lap? Manny, just as is Pilgrim, so is Apache, so is Marshall. It is going to be Dylan, who comes out of nowhere to take 7th. Tyre Slayer comes home in 8th. Captain Pugwash takes 9th. Mocking Weeks did make up a position back into 10th then. Fudder in 11th. Ricky J in 12th. Sideways and backwards across the line, and Coffin Dodger comes across the line to take 13th. We'll get ourselves back up the front. Gaps opened up far too much now then. Obi 1.4 seconds up the road as we run down Pilgrims. Literally have to drive himself off track for Campo to get that position back, but Campo seems to be doing a little bit of that himself. Whoa, come on camera. So still 6 drivers out on track, but gives big gaps between them, so I don't think we're going to see any positions change really. Pilgrim and Apache are reasonably close, but so it is going to be Obi then. Rounds that final corner, just managed to get his way in front. Great drive on the mediums. Comes through to take race 2 win here tonight then. Campo, great effort, absolutely stomped it, just wasn't able to keep hold of that position from an attacking Obi. Manny comes home in 3rd, Pilgrim takes 4th, Apache takes 5th. Marshall comes home in 6th. Again, Dylan already crossed the line for 7th. Tyre Slayer 8th. Oh, we'll catch up with those in a minute. There they are. Obi on that top spot then. Again, great drive by Campo. Led from start to finish until that second to last lap, unfortunately. So he takes 2nd, but still, great bit of driving from you there, sir. Manny comes home in 3rd. Pilgrim takes 4th. Again, real good drive on the mediums with the battle you had going on. Apache 5th, Marshall 6th, P1 Dylan in 7th, Tyre Slayer in 8th, Captain Pugwash in 9th, Mocking Weeks in 10th, Footer in 11th, Ricky J in 12th, Coffin Dodger 13th, and it was Bo that DNF'd. It was Bo. So I don't know whether he just got fed up, but or whether he got sent one too many times. I don't know. I didn't see him getting punted off track or anything, so I couldn't tell you. But yes, some good racing there as well. Fair play to Obi. Chased down Campo the whole race, and again Campo just keeping it up front pretty much all of that one except the last lap and a half. What a shame. He would have been over the moon with the win. But there it is. That's racing for you. There it is. So that is it for tonight. Again, same time, same place next week for round 3. I'm back tomorrow night. 1 second. Where's that gone? Bosh. No, that's not what I want. Is that what I want? Or is that what I want? That's what I want. Let me show you that. That's what we've got coming up tomorrow night. Mini Martini League. So we've got 3 different minis. We've got the old 1965 Mini. We've got the current Mini Cooper S-Works or whatever it is. And then the VGT Mini, which is just tucked underneath that live button. You can see on screen. So that's what we've got coming up tomorrow night. First of the rounds tomorrow night for the Mini League. Hosted there by DK10 Sim Racing. So that is tomorrow night at 8:30. But again, tonight, some good racing from these lot. And we will see you at the same time, same place next week for this one. We've got the GTTCC still running on Friday nights at 9 PM. A few more rounds left of that. And then the week after that finishes, the P1 boys, which you've been watching tonight, they're going to start a new league on a Thursday. That'll be the same time, 9 o'clock. Again, still not too sure of the criteria of that. They were talking supercars. It could be just European supercars. It could be global supercar. I don't know. But there'll be something in the works. When I know, you'll know. I'll stick it on the Facebook page. But yeah, that's about it from me tonight, people. I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Share it out as Drac Fury's done. That's what we want you to do. But most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.